Loyalty in politics is often tested by personal ambition, and given the power of choice, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has once again chosen the latter. Reports confirm that for the third time, Atiku has left the People's Democratic Party, citing irreconcilable differences with its leadership. He accused the party of abandoning the core principles that once made it a strong political force. His latest exit has drawn mixed reactions from former allies, questioning his timing and motives, to observers weighing the implications of his move. Now, Kaudi Ladende, now I believe you've been following the story for a long time, and it's about time for us to crack it open now. What do you think Atiku Abubakar's repeated exit from the PDP say about his political ideology?
I wish your question is not that direct, okay. But it's a very direct question that requires direct answer. It means there is no political ideology. Okay. It means there's only one ideology: I want to be president.
Okay.
If there's anything ideological about that, it's not really about what a party stands for or what a platform stands for. It is about which party is there for me as a vehicle to become president. And I think that's not something we should emulate. That's not something that we should look at as something to treasure. However, beyond your question, I feel it is expected. I expected this. I see a situation where he's not likely to get a ticket if he remains in PDP. I see a situation where the likes of Wike and Sheyi Makinde, Bode George, they made it clear that one of the reasons why we didn't support you in 2023 was because the zoning arrangement was not followed. So I see someone who will definitely find an alternative, which I think
he has done.
I don't
know
whether he has now found, because we cannot say that ADC is a safe haven for him to achieve his ambitions. But having said that, I see a situation where whatever it is, nobody should underestimate what he's doing. Let's watch what is going on. But so far, so good. If election were to hold today, definitely you will call his move a wrong move. But in politics, they would say that one day it's a long time.
All right, Adam Sabono, quickly, has the PDP failed Atiku, or has Atiku failed the PDP? In context, how do you address?
Well, I would address it within the perspective that Atiku Abubakar is entitled to his right to association at any point. But when you talk of when ideology comes to play in Atiku Abubakar's serial defection, from PDP in 2007, in 2011, and then again in 2013, and then we are seeing it again in 2025. The PDP provided Atiku with a platform, where he became vice president, he became presidential candidate of the party on 2 consecutive, occasions. So I would say that while Atiku Abubakar is entitled to which political camp he wants to, platform he wants to belong to, he has shown that his character is bereft of ideology, because we have seen people stay put in a party they supposedly built. Atiku, as a formative member of the PDP, is expected to keep faith, with the PDP and not to jump ship at his conveniences, or when his interests are not served. He has moved, I don't know to what party yet, but if, like he said, he was moving along with the coalition, the sensibilities of Nigerians are that Atiku is becoming overtly desperate to become president. And, so he has, in a way, failed the PDP as a political party. I'm not speaking for PDP. I'm not a member of PDP. I'm not speaking for PDP. But Atiku Abubakar has not kept faith with the People's Democratic Party, as a political platform that has offered him all the chances he needed to be whatever he has, whatever status he occupies today.
All right. Thank you very much. Olayinka Daniels, very quickly, I would have to put this question through to you. Now, could Atiku's exit open the door for a new generation of PDP leaders to emerge?
Well, I want to believe that I have an expectation for new generation of PDP to emerge, really, because Atiku as well, to most of them and to the tailwind of PDP, he has been a very major, a major setback for them. And you can see it doesn't take anything of him to move at any time he wants to move. His own political calculation is about him and himself alone, and is about getting power. Now that he has left, I want to believe that the Wike and the likes of Makinde, the likes of, the younger one, not the body judge, but the likes of the younger one should be able to come together to have a formidable team. Because as far as PDP is concerned now, it's not a political party that can stand as an opposition, because it's really, really in disarray. So it is an opportunity for them. The edge of it is an opportunity for PDP to come together and to do that swiftly, to see how they can have a younger generation and to see whether they have ideology that they can actually put up to the Nigerians, populace, to see whether anything at all can come up this new dispensation. So for now, I think the PDP need to work together. The storming bloc claim, the alleged storming bloc among them has exited the party. Okay. So they have no excuses not to come together and have a younger generation leading the party as we speak.
Now, Kardela Dendi, from the conversations we've had with this guest of mine, he's not a team player. It's all about himself. There is no ideology. But at the last election, he was still able to garner the votes he garnered. Now, are you sure the northern part of Nigeria see him as that one-minded individual who is aiming for an ambition? Are you sure they see him as a non-team player, or is he being voted for along religious lines or, tribal lines? Because if all of this, accusations about his personality is to be put to the table, you would expect him not to get that much votes because it appears he's not a team player. But from the look of things, he's still getting the votes in that part of Nigeria.
I think one fact, in my view, I call it fact, is that he is a very, very experienced politician.
Okay.
And as an experienced politician, you don't underestimate his tactics. And whatever it is, it doesn't just, he emerges as candidate in many of these cases. That sometimes he didn't get the ticket, like when APC was formed, he came third, not even second. However, the fact that these sentiments exist, there are some who will work for him, and in this case, he was also dealing with a party who has a national outlook, a national structure. So do not underestimate
national
that
party. Too,
Do you understand? So that's one of the reasons why people felt it's going to be a worse outcome for him in 2027. Right. That is, if he gets the ticket, which I think he will, if he goes to ADC, and if nothing happens to ADC.
Right.
But maybe that should be a worry for President Tinubu if he's going for second term too. I do not think so. But at the same time, he should not underestimate him. Just quickly, I just checked did my fact check. Yaradua had 24 million votes and Buhari had less than 7 million votes. Just to correct that impression.
Absolutely.
It's not always 12 million votes.
All right. Now, Adam Zabono, very quickly, before we go, because of time, what do you think is next for the PDP as it tries to rebuild after losing another big name? In 30 seconds, can you quickly put your thoughts through?
Okay, the PDP is left with this option to reinvent itself.
Okay.
To represent itself to Nigerians as a party that has, been absorbed of its past.
All right.
The PDP is left with the opportunity to, offer credible opposition, to instill confidence among Nigerians that, yes, we are prepared to do things a better way. And the PDP should also be wary of elements within its ranks, that are bent on scattering the party.
All right. Thank you very much.
We have seen that Governor Wike.
Okay, well, because of time, though, let me reach out to Olayinka. Olayinka Daniels, in 20 seconds, what do you think is next for the PDP now that they've lost another big name?
Well, I think this was long overdue. They've been on this, and I'm sure some of them have seen this coming. So it's for them to strategize, for them to come together as a political party. It's of them to come. Then, if there is an ideology that the party really want to, leverage on, then this is the time for them to come together and put the interest of the people at heart first before an individual interest, because we know politics is about personal interest, but then they need to look at the interests of the people and Nigerians. Maybe at that they will have to, some people have to give in, some people have to support others to have a candidate among themselves that can push up a fight as against the current the current administration.
All right, thank you very much. Olayinka Daniels, lawyer and, of course, a legal luminary. Thank you for coming on the show tonight. And, of course, Adam Sabonu, political analyst, we appreciate your presence as well. And, of course, Kadela Dende, it is a pleasure. Thank you for coming through.
The pleasure is mine.
Thank you, appreciate you. All right, thank you so much. And that's our show for today. Remember, you can follow the conversation on our social media platforms at TVC News NG, on our website at tvcnews.tv. I am Marco Tabo. Until next week, goodbye.